Séssi, how are you? It's so good to talk to you. I was just telling you before, me encanta tu música. I don't know, I just get like this really like nice R&B vibe, and then like the song como se queda en mi cabeza, and I'm like listening to it for like the whole day, and th- and then like it gets to a point where like I look at my phone, it's like, oh, it's been 3 hours, and I'm still listening. It's so good. Yeah, I love your music so much.
Las canciones son muy pegajosas.
Recontra pegajosas.
Y lo quieres poner otra vez y lo quieres bailar todo el día, ¿verdad?
Yeah. Como cuántas veces tú escuchas una canción antes de mandarla and be like, okay, this is it.
Well, I mean, nosotros, yo soy, how can I say, I'm very like a hard critic. So
Me too.
before mixed or mastered, I'm like picking out the little things and adding more here or there. So I'd say I listen to the song a minimum of 20 to like 100 times before even mixed. I'm serious. I have to work out to it. I gotta run to it. I'm telling you, like, I'm the same way with my videos too. Like, we're very con el concepto, how can I say, the artsy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm such a perfectionist. You know, like always been like that.
I think that's the thing with a lot of creatives, right? That we're so, I need to see, like, if I'm a part of something, I need it to be everything, like everything, if I'm.
Es pasión.
Yeah, es pasión. Let's talk about your upbringing y cómo comenzaste en la música. ¿Cómo nació Séssi en este mundo de la música? What inspired you to sort of get into music?
Pues mi papá era productor cuando yo era chiquita y mi papá empecé con Polygram Records, la primera, the first label ever, and worked with Mark Anthony, La India, was part of house music, freestyle music. I mean, my dad's discography is amazing. Me puso la micrófono en la mano cuando yo era chiquita y el primera canción que yo canté fue Selena, Dreaming of You. And since then, and my mom was more of like the personality, tenía personalidad. Mi mamá era parte de la comunidad, hizo festivales, paradas. So yo, chiquita, yo estaba en pageants.
with all the makeup and the dresses and the hair. Yeah.
Desde 5 años, haciendo así.
And you're like, did you like it? Did you like pageants? 'Cause I know there are a lot of people that like, they do pageants when they're little, and then when they grow up, they're like, I freaking hated it. Did you like it? ¿Te gustó?
I'm going to tell you the funniest thing. I loved doing pageants. I hated doing my hair, right? So, hated stockings. Lo media panty, no me gustaba. So, I was the girl with the pretty dress, the young girl with the baby socks, with the little...
with the little frills on them?
Yes.
the church socks.
You're wearing stockings. I'm like, no, I would cry. She's like, oh, no. Here we were. I'm telling you, my mom would do the girls' hairs. I'm like, my mom loved being part of the whole pageant thing, and she just put me right in the mix. She's like, listen, you got talent. We got to make this happen.
You got something, sis. You got something. Let's try to see what we can find out. What were you listening to growing up? What were some of your music influences when it comes to music?
I have a very old soul. Porque mi papá era productor. Y siempre venía con los cassettes y los DVDs and the CDs de Donna Summers, Gloria Gaynor.
Wow.
Son my idols, La India, mi favorita. Okay, mi favorita. I'd say Gwen Stefani, Shakira, my absolute favorite artist is Lady Gaga because
love Lady Gaga.
She's where I want to be. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I have a lot of like those influences.
What do you like about Lady Gaga? Because she's really different. And I get that sort of vibe from you, especially from your music videos. Veo esa vibra diferente, ¿no? No es como, a veces tú ves estas artistas nuevos en todo género de música, ¿no? Y a veces tú ves como se están tratando de meterse en este molde, right? Pero cuando escucho la música tuya y veo los videos tuyos, yo veo como tratando de romper ese molde o crear tu propio molde. Just like Lady Gaga, I mean, she was famous for that, right? Just doing her own stuff. Is that something that you kind of emulate from her? Algo que tú de verdad tratas de guiarte?
Yeah, I study a lot. I love European culture. Me encanta la cultura de europeo. Los fabrics, los outfits, the big shoes. I've always been like a starburst, like your modern day Spice Girl. Growing up, I always liked different stuff.
Who's your favorite Spice Girl?
Oh, Crazy Spice.
Crazy Spice.
Yeah, el pelo mío natural es crazy Afro curly. So
that's awesome.
You know, when you're gonna get that's me. You know, you're gonna get all that. You know, so for me, like I just feel like Gaga visually, she tells stories. You know,
right.
And I feel music is more than just that. It's storytelling. It's experience. Experiencia. Cuenta cuentos, you know? So I think it's important. That's how you develop a really strong fan base. Connecting
right.
with your fan. Leaving them with their surprise. Leaving them for something more.
Right.
Saying like, oh my God, did you wear that? Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Yeah, I died. I had one of those yes, I did moments earlier in, I think it was like October-ish, like for the Billboard Awards. I was interviewing on the red carpet. And I was like, okay, let me dye my hair purple. Yo, like I've had like this like thing that I wanted to dye my hair. First I shaved my head and then I was like, okay, let me dye it, and I dyed it purple. And everybody was asking me, why purple? And I was like, yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I did that. Like, me dio la gana. Exactly. I was very Bad Bunny that day. I was like, yo hago lo que me da la gana. You know what I'm saying?
Exactamente. You know, art is expression and cultura también.
Yeah.
Donde yo soy, donde me crié. You know, I have a lot of like Puerto Rican and Cuban culture. Growing up in New York, growing up in the Bronx, like I have a lot of that hustle.
Yeah.
So I feel like I wanted to like describe that in my music and also like in visuals.
How was it growing up in New York? Because what I see with a lot of these New York artists, when they talk about New York and growing up in New York, it's very much a part of them. You know, it's like, and I don't see that too much with like other hometowns with other artists. But something about New York, like it really molds these artists. How was it growing up in New York?
Nueva York tenemos una energía fuerte.
Yeah.
Y tenemos pasión también. Si queremos hacer algo, we go out there and we do it.
You do it.
Where you make money, you can create anything. Put your mind to it. Get on the subway. Get in 3 boroughs in 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? New York tenemos tanta cultura también. Árabe, indio, dominicano, cubano, venezolano, Argentina. I mean. Black, African, we have all types of cultures. I grew up with Habibis, and then I also grew up with Dominicans too. You know, y lo indio también around the corner. So like, y lo italiano también de Nueva York.
Right.
Tenemos cultura in like de comida, festivales. We're just like, New York has made me the person who I am today. I'd say that hands down. Like I took whatever I learned because I lived in LA. I've lived in Atlanta. I'm now living in Miami. I wouldn't change where I'm from, like where I was raised, because it gave me the hustle.
Right.
You know?
Right. What's the most New York thing you've ever seen? Because I hear that a lot. Like, what's the most New York thing you're like, damn, that's New York AF?
New York, I'd say, like, for me, it's the accent. You know, you're not from New York unless you got that accent. Unless you, like, you know, you aggressive. That's New York as fuck. You aggressive, we're ruthless.
Right.
We're ruthless.
Are there any times that you habla con gente que no es de Nueva York and automatically they're like kind of scared? They're like, what? ¿Qué hice? Like.
Yeah, I think cuando me mudé para LA era así. Cuando yo llegué, todo el mundo estaba diciendo, hi. Good morning. Good afternoon. Yo, good morning. Like, what do you want from me? Why
are you talking to me? Why?
You talking to me? Like, that's how it is in New York. Like, you say hi because you want something. So, cuando me mudé para LA, todo el mundo estaba, tú sabes que LA así, la vibra es así. Everything is all green over there.
Right, like Celia Cruz, la vida es un carnaval, right?
Claro que sí, LA así, tú sabes. Entonces, todo el mundo estaba, hi, Séssi, nice to meet you. Yo, porque tú me quieres decir hi. You better back up real quick. You getting too close. That's how I get originally here in Miami. I'm like that too. Like when people come a little too close, you know, I think it's the inner Hispanic. I'm always like, whoa, yo, hey, back it up a bit. Especially now, I'll get people that like try to talk to me and they get especially now they get way too close. I'm like, whoa, hey, back up. Yeah. Back up a little bit. Yep. New York is like we're personal.
Yeah.
We're real. We're real as fuck. So
yeah.
it's like, you know, we want to connect to you. So that's how we are. That's how New Yorkers are.
I love that. I haven't been to New York, but I think now that you told me this, I definitely want to go. Just so I can say hi to somebody and almost get into a fight. That's like a dream of mine. That's like a dream of mine.
It's hungry over there.
Yeah. I'm trying to experience like.
Hold the door with somebody, because people in New York don't hold the door for you. It's like, I'm telling you. And then you cap it for winter time. We don't want to talk. Like it's cold as hell.
Right.
I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
I mean, it's a whole situation. Like,
that's so funny. That's so funny. You know what I like about you, obviously your style is really different, your voice is very different, y tu voz es espectacular, and that's really gotten the attention of like some of these big artists like Jay Cortez, like you collaborated with him, and Jay Cortez ahorita, él tiene la canción número 1 en el mundo con Bad Bunny y Takiti. ¿Cómo para ti, no? ¿Cómo es coger la atención de artistas que están moviendo el género ahorita? How's it feel for you to get like the attention of these huge artists right now?
Pues me siento muy, orgullosa, you know, because para trabajar también con Jay Cortez, que es lo más duro ahora.
Yeah.
Y siempre ha sido lo más duro. Siempre ha sido talentoso. Y ahora el mundo lo está conociendo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, y para trabajar con él, y él es muy artista, perfeccionista también, y yo soy también perfeccionista. So I learned a lot working with him. Nosotros estamos en el estudio hasta las 9 de la mañana, literally like just getting this part down packed. Y esta parte también es espiritual, and that's what gravitated me too towards this particular song, because yo soy una persona muy espiritual, y esa parte que estoy cantando, it's a very spiritual, like lyrics, las palabras, everything is very spiritual. And I was like, wow, how crazy. My first song with Jay Cortez is connecting like my artistry too.
Right.
You know? And like working with him was amazing. Like him giving me that opportunity. He believes in art, you know, and he supports like music, hands down. Doesn't care about popularity. Is super real, organic. You know, doesn't care. He cares about the music.
The music.
And he heard my stuff. Like, wow, you're different. Like, you're gonna be something. He told me. He's like, you're gonna make it far. Like, just keep going. You know, and like, we're here. If you need any advice from me, like, I send him songs. Like, he's like, we friends.
It's a mentorship at this point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's so good for some of the bigger cats to be looking out for people that are up and coming. You know, I think I got. And I think everybody that's up and coming in anything has like 1,000 doors shut in their face, right? But all it takes is that one yes, esa confianza y te cambia una carrera, ¿no?
La confianza,
exactamente. Yeah.
Porque la energía es el estudio y la confianza.
Yeah.
You know, también para aprender, you have to learn. Like, these big ball players are players for a reason.
Uh-huh.
The system, they got the formula, tienen la fórmula, you know? So, y para hacer música pegajosa no es fácil.
No.
Hay que aprender lo que a la gente le gusta. So, it's like that catchiness and that melody. Yo soy total for vocal sex. I'm in love with vocal sex. So,
explain to me vocal sex. I'm for the people that may not be that elaborate.
No, vocal sex is like melodies, all about the melodies.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Harmonies, different tones, tono, melodías, armonías. Eso se hace la canción. Eso se hace la vibra. You know?
Right.
So you gotta feel that voice, and also performing in person too. Like, I don't make music that I can't perform it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's it. You gotta. This is my voice. Just get to know it. You know?
And that's such a weird, not weird, but that's so refreshing to hear, because nowadays you hear like artists like crazy auto-tune in a song or whatever, which is cool, yeah. When you listen to it in the car or on the radio, but then when you go to see the guy perform it or girl perform it live, you're like, damn, that didn't really hit the same. Yeah.
No, for real. And that also is that takes time to develop that. Like, since I was a kid, my dad didn't believe that I could be a star up until a couple years ago. My dad was hard on me. He was like, no, you want to compete, you got to learn. You got to sing it like this. You got to do it like this. Like, my dad was real hard on me. And I thank him for pushing me, because, like, had he not opened my mind to música diferente, I wouldn't be this style. You know what I'm saying?
And were you always thankful for that? O había veces que tú decías, coño, papi, believe in me, you know, like, or was it always? Did you always know the intention behind being hard on you when pushing you, or sometimes you crack and you're like, man, if my own pops who works in the industry says that I'm not going to be a star, then why am I doing this? How was it?
Well, I didn't mean it like literally verbatim like that. Like, he was more so like, you want to be a star, you gotta learn.
Okay, yeah.
You want to compete, you gotta be the best. You know, like we don't want like nothing mediocre here. That was my, like, I would send my dad songs. He could ask you, and he'd be like, no, it needs a better hook. And I'm like, papi, I'm working with Grammy producers. They love this.
Este hook está increíble. What are you talking about? Yeah.
My biggest critic. I mean, look at Beyonce and her father. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, biggest critic. Her mom, same thing. Like, my dad was a real hard critic, pero el primero que estaba ahí watching me. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the sideline, the first talking great about me. My dad's so proud now, you know?
Yeah.
But he knows the work that went into me being this person today.
Yeah, I know, and that's so Hispanic, you know, to have like la mamá y la papá que son bien duros y te empujan y no, and stop crying and pick yourself up y anda y hazlo and go and do it.
Yep, I have a lot of tough personality in my blood. Like, my mom is like super alpha, hembra, dominante.
So is my mom, yo. Nobody messes with my mom. Nobody. I'm scared of my mom. That chick is crazy.
Yep, you have to be.
Yeah. Yeah, It's just a look. My mom, before, when I was little, maybe a little chancleta action, you know, just the movement. But it got to a point that it was just the look, the eyebrow, huh? And then I'm like, oh no, what'd I do? Or when they call you by the middle name, you know.
Oh my God.
So my.
Sí.
My mom, she used to go, Fernando Manuel. And I'm like, what's going on?
What did I do?
Yeah, what did I do? Exactly, bro. Exactly. And especially how you're talking about like in New York. So that was probably like elevated, you know? That was like.
My mom never used to like to chase me. How funny was that? She would just come right by the stairs and then I'll go running.
Was your parents like those people that like embarrass you in front of friends?
Oh, what? My dad in high school, my dad allowed me to have one party, right? And right after I graduated. And the party that I had, he promised he wasn't going to be home. Estaba sentada in the couch, comiendo Captain Crunch with his boxers on. This is my party. He's like, no, I'm going to watch everybody here, make sure nothing bad happens. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Are you kidding?
What are you doing? What's going on over here? Hey, yo, you two, separate. Yeah, I feel it.
You know?
Let's talk about your music video for En Tu Piel. I love it, and you speak a lot to body positivity and embracing who you are and you know, be as you are. Was that something that you had to struggle with? No, la positividad y de tener la confianza en ti mismo. ¿Es algo que tú has tenido que batallar en tu vida, durante tu vida?
Sí, cuando yo me crié, siempre era un poquito gordita. Entonces, siempre tenía personalidad y confianza. Y eso para mí es especial because, you know, as a woman, like, you're always judged and to look this certain way, you want to be in the eye, you know? So, for me, I didn't, like, when I started actually getting really into music and doing my own stuff, like, I decided to take on the fitness journey. I was really 200 pounds. Decided to take on the fitness journey to get fit, to get comfortable. And, you know, like, I think for me, body positivity is special, especially now I'm living in this body. I'm like flaunting it in the sense of like, you can do it. You can love who you are no matter what weight you are. You can dress how you like. And any man is going to love you because of your confidence. Damn right.
And es algo tan hispano, no? I think it's really embedded in our culture. You have to look a certain way, don't eat too much. Since you're little, right? Don't wear that because they're gonna think this, or don't eat this because you already ate. Vas a estar una gorda. You know, it's so part of our culture, and it's so bad because then estas niñas y niños crecen pensando que, they're not enough y que no son suficientes para alguien because they don't look the way that, they want us to look. And I have a little sister. Yo siempre le digo, hey, you could be who you want to be. Ponte lo que quieras. You can be whatever shape. You can be super tall. You can be super short. You can weigh whatever you want to weigh. But if you like who you are, si te gusta tú quien eres, I promise you, there's tons of people that think the same way. You know?
Confianza viene de todas maneras.
Ajá.
Y eso es importante porque ahora en día tenemos que ser perfecta. Dicen que tiene que ser perfecta. Pero no, perfecta eres tú. And that's it. Like, you're perfect the way that you are.
Right.
And everybody has a choice. I chose to take that fitness journey so that I could feel more comfortable because I felt like that's what I was lacking. I felt like, listen, I gotta do one thing, right? Just to make me feel like I can do it,
Right.
También es mental. Para perder weight, it's all mental. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
From a joven here, I was dieting, vegan, all that stuff, and I did it all with no trainer, with nobody. And, that to me was important because I'm like, damn, me puedo poner la faja y actuar que tenemos esta figura así tan chiquita, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I have la faja en Tu Piel, porque la faja es muy importante para la mujer latina.
Right.
We wear fajas to train ourselves, but si tú no estás poniendo la faja, you're not training.
Exactly. You're like cheating yourself a little bit,
Yes.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
But so for me, the faja was like a real statement in the video. I think it expresses like dominant women that are in control of what they want to look like.
Right.
They don't have no shame. They walk around their faja cleaning the house.
Yeah. Be proud of that faja, girl. Wear it wherever you want, yo. Wear it to the store. I ain't gonna judge. We all going through something, man. Wear your faja everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
I tell you, I went to the gym. I had a moment where I was going to the gym, and I hated it. I hate the gym. I hate it. Do you like the gym? You love the gym? Yeah. Do you see like one thing that I hate about the gym is like when you have like the meatheads and they're like doing their things or whatever and they're like yelling.
Yeah.
They're like ah.
That's too much. That's like extra.
Yeah.
That's like my me time. You're gonna catch me for 2 hours in the gym listening to music, like really taking my time. Like that's my me time, Jim.
Yeah, like I wanted to be my me time too. Like, yo, leave me alone with my 5-pound waist. Let me do my thing, yo. Why you gotta be yelling in my ear, bro?
Yeah. It could be tricky. Unless you have a private gym. When you get a private gym, that's definitely your me time.
Oh hell yeah. Nah. But for right now, we hitting a youth fit right now. That little $10. I'm a deals guy. I know about you. I love deals. I'm a deals guy. I'm also Hispanic, so I ain't never paying full price for nothing. At least let me get that free shipping.
I'm the same way. I have tons of stuff in my Amazon, like shopping list, and then I go to another website and see that it's $4 cheaper. And then I just buy it from you.
I'm the same way.
2 hours shopping, comprando 2 hours.
No, and what I hate the most is when you buy something, entonces compras y tú pensaste que cogiste ese mejor precio. And then like a week later, you see that está en rebaja and you're like,
I could have just waited a week.
Exactly. You're like, yo, my abuela would be so sad right now. Abuela would be so sad. She'd be like, why did you wait that 2 weeks?
I'm the same thing. I go food shopping and I see the aguacate is on sale for like $125. I'm like, no, I go to Walmart and get it.
That's when I knew I became an adult. When I got excited over like grocery store deals, When I was I didn't care, but now I'm like, 2 for 1, 2 for 1.
Right.
Yeah. Es
carísimo.
carísimo.
Oh
It's eating healthy is not easy, yo. It's not easy. You're not just out there cutting up a tomato and stuffing it in your mouth and like, I did it.
Right. That's why when you go to the juice spot, you're paying $10 for a freaking spinach juice.
Exactly. And you're like, yo, you don't gotta do all that. You don't gotta do that. And then they ask you for the vitamins. Like, you want to add more vitamins? No! Give me my spinach.
You get like $15. You loved it so much, but you go the next day. How much you spent?
then the credit card bill comes. You're like, God damn, it's a lot of juice.
No more juice. No more juice.
No more juice. Exactly. No more juice. No more juice. What motivates you? What keeps you going?
What keeps me going? I'd say my family. They're a big part of this. Like I feel like my dad was such a big part of my starting, and like I just want to make him proud and know that we can go all the way. And I want to go all the way. So that's make them proud and the people, the fans. Like a lot of things motivate me. Like the fans, hearing people say like, "Wow, I can see that you spent a lot of time on this song," or I can see that your art and your passion just comes right through the video. Like that makes me happy. Like lifting somebody's frown upside down. It makes me happy. When I have fans that comment like send me DMs, I read all of them.
Yeah.
And one of them, she was like, "Listen, I've had so many people that passed away this week because of coronavirus that are close to me,
Wow.
And she's like, this song, like it made me laugh. It made me feel free. Like, and it's crazy. Like we can't even go out and have a good time, but like this helped me, and that's special to me. I think connecting spiritually, being able to help others know that, listen, you got a dream, you can do it too.
Yeah.
You don't need money, and it's free.
Yeah.
Do it. Just get yourself out there. Promote yourself. Collaborate. And that's what motivates me.
Yeah.
To keep going.
You talk a lot about spirituality. I can imagine makes a big part of you and who you are and your music. And I really see that too. Were you always this in touch spiritually with yourself, or did it take some time to sort of get into that?
So, growing up in the nitty-gritty city, you have a lot of negative energy around you, right? So for me, I always wanted to be like a light for those who like felt like they were feeling dark, or like it's something naturally that I've always had. Like I've always been like this little hippie, which is like why I moved to LA, because I needed to be more in touch with that side.
Right, you needed to be more in touch, but don't get too close, or you're gonna get the fist. Exactly.
that little enough uppercut.
Yeah. You're getting the left hook.
But for me, it's like manifestation. God. I believe in God. I'm very, very heavy with that. Mal de ojos, me encanta el mal de ojo.
Yo, I wear my mal de ojo everywhere. I don't have mine on right now, but I always have it on, and I'm always like, don't look at me, yo.
That's right.
Fucking don't look at me, yo.
Yeah, and I think it's also a mental thing. It's like it's always something special to look like up to yourself, like have that protection, feel like you're protected.
Yeah.
Like just mentally tell yourself, God got me, I got this. Like,
right.
A lot of my opportunities that I've gotten have been because of that. And a lot of people will be like, oh, but you're thinking crazy. That's not going to happen. I'm like, no, it's going to happen. Like,
right.
I don't care.
Yeah. No, and think about how many people don't think that way. And they're like, this is unattainable. I'm never going to get here. And because when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to music, it's such an industry that for a lot of people, it's so out there that as soon as they hear somebody say it, they're like, no, that's not going to happen. Like, that's not going to happen, be rational, but it takes a certain special person to be like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'm going to get there. I know I can. And blocking out so much negativity, because it's not a average profession,
No.
It takes a certain kind of person. How many people do you think like want to do it, but can never convince themselves that they can do it, to take that first step, or they listen too much to the outside noise, That's why I feel like it's so cool for people like you to share your story of perseverance and going forward, because think about how many people are going to listen to it and be like, damn, she believed in herself. I think I can do it too,
That's what, outside chatter is what blocks you. Like, I've always been like that. I've always been positive. I think that, your household has a lot to do with that too. Like, if you feel like, your family and you're getting all the support, you feel like you're somebody. You feel like you could do it. You feel like you're going to be somebody. And like seeing my mom being so successful in what she does, seeing my dad, we struggled growing up,
Yeah.
My parents were always working, always not home, like, missed certain things. My grandparents raised us too, like, so it's like, but you seeing that wants you to want more.
Yeah.
So for me, I just block out the outside chatter. And if somebody criticizes me, I always look at it as like, I flip it into a positive and say, okay, I can work on that. You know? Like, I'm not bad. I could work on that. You know, I've gotten turned down so many things. I've done talent competitions, The Voice, American Idol, X Factor, like, you know, just even being part of those experiences, especially getting turned down, but turned down in the sense of like, you're great, you're good, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I was like, nah, if I made it in top 100, if I did a blind audition with The Voice, damn, what can I do? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
People like, let me just figure it out. Like, who cares if I'm not perfect? You know what I'm saying?
¿Tú crees que es más difícil para las mujeres en esta industria tratar de sobresalir un poco?
Claro que sí. Claro que sí. Es que es muy difícil. Los hombres algunos hombres respetan a las mujeres que trabajan duro.
Right.
¿Verdad? Y los otros no. They don't respect the women. You know, we have to do more things to get ourselves out there that are inhumane. And I feel like if you stay dominated, if you show that respect, and if you be real with yourself and give that energy, you're going to demand that respect in a session anywhere. And a man's not going to want to put you down.
Right.
They're going to respect you for your talent, for your hard work, because tenemos que poner más de 10,000 horas en esta carrera.
¿Verdad?
No, una sola canción is not it. You got to create tons.
Yeah.
Collaborate with tons of people. You got to make sure that everybody knows who you are. Like, one thing about me when I moved to LA, I was everywhere in LA. I was here, I was there, I was at this show, at this event, going here. That people be like, oh my God, I see you everywhere. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you got to be in people's faces. You know what I'm saying? You got to force them to love you.
Yeah, 1,000%. And you know, you said it right there. Be real. Sé única. Sé tú. You know, don't apologize for being you. You know, I see it so much where people dicen su opiniones, pues dicen, oh, I'm sorry, pero I think this. Yo, don't be sorry. Yeah. Don't be sorry. Do your thing. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Do your thing. What's next for you? What do you have coming up? Where can they follow you? Let us know.
Yes, we have a beautiful song coming out very soon. It's a super surprise with another feature. That's something that definitely you guys are going to love, look forward to. I have had the pleasure to work with him. You know, just to have these people that are in la tarima already.
Yeah.
Just in their careers, and they just really love my vibe is a blessing. So estoy bendecida para trabajar con artistas grandes, you know. So, and then we have a couple of more songs coming out after. So I have a whole album already ready for you guys. So I can't wait. Yeah, a whole album.
¿Qué vibras nos va a hacer con ese álbum? What sort of vibes do you think we're going to get from it?
Oh my God, you know, yo no soy de una solo genre. No tengo tanto de tipo de genre, pero popular.
I love that.
It's not uno solo the genre. I've never been that way, you know. So it's like you're just seeing all the different characters of me. Like, you're seeing all the different sides of me.
I love that. Séssi, it was a pleasure to meet you, to talk to you, to interview you. I mean, quickly, look, I liked you so much because of your music, and not to get to know you and hear your story and just hear your personality and your outlook and your drive. I mean, you know, I think you're right there. You know, you're just boom, you're gonna explode any moment from now. So yeah, un placer conocerte, un placer to talk to you. Where can they follow you on social media? Where can they look out for your latest music?
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate this interview. Follow me on all digital platforms. Séssi, Sessi. Don't you forget.
Gracias, Séssi. Un placer.